So, you guys have been helping me out with a lot of suggestions for players, and I have written them all into one book. There was quite a few of them. As welcome back, guys. I'm going to shove that paper on the floor for now. To the FIFA 21 Grimsby Town to Glory career mode. That camera is very close to me. Get away. As today we have deadline day going. Smash the like button. The reception on the last video was insane. It just was. And the one before that was even more insane. As we have 10 hours to get all the transfers done. And straight into the suggestions we go. Got a jam-packed episode. The first question, or it's not really a question that I start off with. And I know there was a lot to pick from. So I am going to pick this because I want to make a point. Nicholas Edmund Jr. says, stop being stingy with the money. Bro, I was going to pick, so sign him already. I don't think I'm going to go for that player exactly, but on the terms of money, don't worry, guys. I am going to spend money. I know I'm being stingy, but that's because I'm trying to save roughly about 30 million for January. Put that in the back pocket, or 50. I don't know what his budget is now. I think it's 80 with the soul of, or the selling of Mark Gehi. And we've got today to go, so hopefully big names can come in today, proving that we've actually got a result against Man United, that we're not here to just mess around and attract some players who want to play Premier League football. So that's what I'm going to try and do as Mike, not going to say the full name again, but says Ugbo's release clause was less than his recommended value. Now, this is why I love you guys watching the videos. You pick out stuff that I do not see because I wear contact lenses. I didn't have them on and I haven't got them on still for a couple of episodes, so I probably didn't see that. Blaming the lenses, of course. So yeah, I'm going to go back and look at him. Maybe we do sign him up if his value is truly that good. And the final question, Asain Assassin says, finally, in the Prem, who's your best player in the road to glory? This is very interesting because I'm going to go this season. Well, there's only been a couple of games so far. I'm going to go last season and I'm going to go overall. So this season, so far, I would probably say Semenyo. Of course, that's the obvious choice, but strikers always get it. And last season, again, is another striker in Campuzano. But I think overall in the save, I mean, he hasn't been talked about much, but Brandon Pope, I mean, I do speak about him quite a lot, but as in player of the career so far, he's definitely up there. Raul Garcia as well, but I think the obvious choice, who isn't at the club still, but I would like to bring him back at some point, is Josh Doig. And of course, I've gone and put all the players you guys suggested onto the transfer list, and a couple of my own, like I always end up sneaking on, so there's two players I would like to go back in for. Maybe that's a hint who I want to go for. Of course, a lot of you guys followed up on the goalkeeper suggestions, which is brilliant, but I did pick out one in the last episode. I know it's how I do the videos and answer the questions. It's very confusing. As we get an offer straight away, Porto want to permanently buy Ben Jackson, and I think rejecting it would stop him from going out and living a career out in Portugal. But we've just called him back, so he's going to stay at town. English player in the Premier League. That's what you want. That's what usually happens. It's realistic in my eyes, as I'm going to try and spend some money on players. I've got a big list. I have redone it. Doesn't mean I'm going to sign every single player on it. As I'm looking at Ugbo again, I've put him on it. I think his value's just gone below his release clause now. And this guy, Suleiman Abdullah, looks great as a free agent, but then again, his wage looks very, very high as well, as I want to go back in for these two. Yes, they're going to want a big wage like they did last time, but I think I'm willing to pay it now we're a Premier League Cup. Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Tommy Doyle, both from Manchester City. Probably going to cost more this time round, but want to go in for them both. Starting with Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Going to offer 8 million. This is to replace the leaving, or left, Mark Gehi, so that's a straightforward one. And now Tommy Delap. We are also going to offer just a little bit less, though, over his evaluation, so I think Pep should accept that at 7 million. Right, we got to this stage last time, though. It doesn't mean it's over, so that is, what is it, 15 million? 15 million on them both. I think that's pretty decent. So just need to get the squad roles done, as he wants an important this time round. I mean, Phil Jones has the same rating. He's on rotational, but I guess he is younger and wants to grow into the team. Savvy from Taylor, as I will accept that. We'll offer 2 years because his wage will be high. Although he wants 5 years, fine, 5 years. I'll just accept it, and we'll get on with the deals. Disregard the release clause, and he wants 37. That's lower than last time, isn't it? Or maybe it isn't. I don't like that clean sheet bonus, though, although we're probably not going to reach it. A bit too high for my liking, as he will accept it anyway. High wage, but he's come from Manchester City to fight in what may be a relegation scrap, but may not be. Taylor, welcome. Now just to get his buddy in, and I do want to get these, like in real life, it would be both of them announced together like a Manchester City double buy, but of course you can't do that on FIFA. I'm using my imagination, which hopefully you guys can do as well with these signings, as hopefully this guy can take a good wage as well. Don't want him an unimportant, as he does take a rotational. That is good. We've got to try and play him alongside Wing, alongside Pope, alongside Hove, and alongside Dowell. So it's going to be hard for him to fit in the team. Another 5-year contract, getting both of them together for 10 years, really, if you add them, as we'll accept no release clause. Just onto the wage, which hopefully he takes the same as his mate, although he does look like he's on more than Harwood Bellis. But I'm going to give him a higher signing on bonus, just to try and tempt him. Will he accept that? He does. Welcome to the Manchester City pair. What a way to start it off, eh? I said I'd spend money. We've gone and spent 15 million, which is still big for Grimsby Town. Still got a lot of money to spend, but again, it's in the back of my mind. We've got to save for the next month or whatever it is, January. That's it, when we can sign next players. But our reserves are looking a bit thin. But then again, I don't want to go for reserve players. I want to go to first teamers who are going to challenge, and we've got a squad that's fully challenging each other. And I think the next thing to go for, plenty of central midfielders, is another winger. I think I do know, just because I've scouted him right now, which winger I do want to bring in. I've had experience playing against him. He's very good, but I'm going to let it run on a little bit, see if we get transfer offers in, because he's an expensive winger. So I want to see if any big players for us go out, which need replacing, where we would actually have to bring him in. As I'm going to reject this loan to buy for Mitchell, I do want to keep him around for rotational sides and for backup. So we are going to keep skipping along. There's nothing else coming in. Nothing else at all. We've got 2 hours left, and yeah, I think I'm going to go in for the guy this time, although we have a message. Who's this for? Stacey, 11.7 million from Sevilla. That's a big step up, really, but I think I can't really let him go, because the next player does in FIFA have a strong link to the player. He's Welsh. He's from the club Stacey actually starts at, which, if you know where Jack Stacey came from, if you've been watching when I bought him, it's Bournemouth. So you might be able to tell who I'm going to sign. He has been up and around the squads. He's at a low-halved team in the Championship. I think he'll want to make the step up at 83 rated to the Premier League. I'm surprised no one else has bought him. It's David Brooks. 33 million is the clause for him. We had a winger who was 82 rated. This is actually an improvement on Serescu if we can get him in ratings-wise. Hopefully he can play good. So Todd Cantwell and David Brooks stole from the Championship will be steals. We're doing glorious business here. We're doing a bit of business where you dive into the Championship. Who usually does that in the Prem? I'm sure there's a team who actually do that. I just can't think of it. Maybe Fulham, as they'll accept a lower offer because his contract is almost up. 32.5 million. Suits me. Just the contract to do for this guy now, and I would love to get him through the door. This is going to be breaking the bank once more. I thought Todd Campbell had broke the bank, and really, he hasn't done as well as I'd want him to, so hopefully David Brooks can prove me wrong. Looks like we were on a bit of a strike as well at Bournemouth. Not playing every single time we played him, but when he did play, he absolutely shocked us, as that is a tremendous wage he wants. I'm going to put it down to 50 grand. Hopefully he can take that. He still wants 70, but he's willing to go down with the appearance fee. Can I add to the sign-on bonus maybe like 3 million, which is a lot, to one player, and then change it to 50, because I don't want to be paying 70. 70 is way too much, as they will accept that. David Brooks, welcome as the first walkout in Ultimate Team to Grimsby Town. And thank you all for the suggestions. I know these aren't ideal. I know these are roughly like the players that you tell me to sign, but aren't exactly the players I've gone for. The players that I've actually got experience playing against a little bit this time, because of course I want to stay in the Premier League. If January we're doing fine, I will go straight to the suggestion box a lot more often than I do, as we can of course attract more players if we're safe in the Premier League, not Championship, as I'm going to set this team out as well for the next game. Can't wait to use it. And you can see we've still got 30 million left in the budget, which I would have took if we would have started the Prem with that, but it's took a bit of a battering. I think our net spend now is negative. We've spent more than we've sold, which is good. When you want to stay in the Premier League, you should be spending more than you've actually tissed out, as we have Arsenal first, Brighton, Brentford, and then Leicester all today. So I think I am going to play Arsenal. Might sim Brighton, you know, because Brentford might be a tricky one away in the Cup. We lost to them last season, and then Leicester we're going to play as well. So we're in for another hectic month. And this Arsenal game I think will be quite interesting. Of course, they are travelling to us as well, so it's the first big team apart from in the FA Cup, Manchester City, to travel to Blundell Park instead of going to the Emirates, as we have 3 points in the league so far. Of course, we beat the other big dog, Manchester United, if you haven't seen that. Sorry for the spoiler, but that was a tremendous game you should have already seen. As, yeah, we sit comfortably at the moment above the relegation spots by 2 points. Good for 4 games in, and even Chelsea on 4 points. That's a bit shocking. Can't wait to see how we might do against them, the Blues, of course, the team I have a couple of strong connections to, being really my Premier League team that I like to support in the Prem. But of course, Arsenal, who I started the saves on this year. FIFA 21 started with the Arteta era, now it's the Grimsby to glory, and hopefully we can come out Grimsby on top this time with Chevalier in goal, Stacey, Harwood, Bellis, Ivan and Mola in the defence. Todd Cantwell's back to the left wing with Dal, and now Pope 80 rated. He's going to be a wanted man, I think, if he plays well this season, with David Brooks on the right straight into the first 11 with Balogun and Antonio Semenyo really impressing the fans up front as the partnership that is working. Still no Campanzano, a long time on him. Wing, I think, has a couple of weeks left as we travel to Blundell Park, which is relatively close for us, to play the Reds. And let's have a look at this Arsenal team that we are going to face. Bernd Leno still in the goal, Ricardo Pereira, Hermoso, Akanji and Rullison, which is a realistic Arsenal defence, I'd say, with Souček and Abari, Osetutu, Willock and Martinelli, and Nketiah make up a very young front four. I'm sure Nketiah got sold to West Brom. Might have just been on loan, but I'm sure I saw him on the outgoings as well when they made all that profit. So it looks like he has returned to Arsenal from a transfer away. Very interesting. Must be still highly valued at the club that we have to try and beat. I mean, I don't mind Arsenal, of course I don't, with the big save against them, but I am going to try and take no mercy. Ex-Arsenal man as well, Balogun playing against his former club. Hopefully he doesn't hold back. Quite surprised on the Osetutu appearance as well. I mean, Martinelli and Willock have got high praise, but him, I don't know about. As Smith Rowe as well. He's at Arsenal, must be on the bench as we're chasing them down right here. Gives it into Thomas Souček with a good cut back inside. Gives it to Willock. Martinelli on the move. Chevalier with a great save there. First test for him in this game, and it's absolutely wonderful. And hang on, could actually have a counter here. Pope with an easy ball through to Semenyo. We are a counter-attacking team, and Semenyo, oh, it's saved by Leno. Just off the leg, but what a quick move that was. I like how that went. Todd Cantwell to whip a ball in as well. Akanji to header it away. As we have 2 corners right here. It's Todd Cantwell on the corners as well. I don't know if he's really improved the corner taking, so maybe I have to take him off. And a player holding his shoulder right there. I don't like to see that. I think it's Mola, our left back. And we don't have a left back on the bench. I've put Marsh on, so Marsh might have to come on to go at left back. Eddie Nketiah though. Arsenal aren't slowing down. Mole has to try and get across, but Ivan deals with him just to save him. As we're going to try and play that forward as well. Didn't go as far forward as I would liked. Mola back in the middle with the ball as well. Semenyo, Balogun making the move. Can he get past Akanji? No, he can't. And Thomas Souček now into Eddie Nketiah. Still got his back to us as he gives it back to the big man. Arsenal have been dominant really coming forward as that's a foul, but Willock carries on. And it is 1-0 to Arsenal. I said they've been dominant. And I'm sorry to say this, United fans, they've been a lot better than you when you played us. And it's actually Captain Chris Willock. I didn't know he was a captain. I don't think he really warrants the armband, to be fair. I mean, he's out on loan at Newcastle at the start of the save, as it's great footwork. We get a tackle in, but still do not get the ball. And it's Harwood, Bellis. Oh, a bit of a harsh debut that, not tackling the man and letting him score, but it's bound to happen. Mistakes are bound to happen at one point, and yep, Arsenal take the lead. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, really, as they're still in the attack as well. It's George Marsh now at left back, not conventionally one, usually a right back or central midfielder. Goes back to Amar Mbari. In the middle to Osetutu again. I am very shocked how well he is playing, as Joe Willock's the same. He's playing quite well, as that's a big lunge on him and it's been given as a foul. I think we did get some afters on it, so it's a shame as it's going to be Rullison to step over. No, he's not going to hit it. Going to leave it to Gabriel Martinelli and straight at Chevalier. Just dominated by the better team, I'd say. Nothing really shocking in this game as Mbari has a chance here again and gets the pass wrong. I think we're doing well to hold on, to be fair. Arsenal are being usual Arsenal as Chris Willock has another. We've let him go straight behind the defence, and I've got to say, Harwood Bellis' positioning, very questionable. Not really a great debut from him, is it? Look at that. It's a poor pass out from him as well, so he created it, kept him on side, but then again I think Ivan did as well. And Willock has another. I don't want to get thrashed by Arsenal. I understand that they're the better team here, but please don't embarrass us. And I think it might be the last action of the half, although they're still coming forward. Howard Bellis with a good tackle there, though. Hopefully ups his confidence despite it being completely ruined at the moment in time, as Semenyo has another chance here with Bernd Leno and scores just before half-time. It's his second shot, our second shot. But we have got a consolation. Or is it? Because, of course, there's still a half of football to go. We can come back. Semenyo was thinking about a chip, didn't go for it, and just drilled it into the side netting past Bernd Leno. His 4th of the season. What a player he's been. And we have our lifeline just before half-time. Come on! As we need to go into the second half with the same mentality. We finished the first half with, yes, utter domination on stats, but stats don't matter. Points do. Todd Cantwell with the ball right here from an Arsenal corner that resulted in nothing, as George Marsh, isn't it, has the ball right here. Going to try and switch it across the field. Good switch onto David Brooks as well. Now linked back up with Jack Stacey. I want to see what these two can do. Playing together at Bournemouth and with the Wales FA international squad. As we're going to put that back in the middle to Balogun. Semenyo looks for Balogun again, and it's to the wrong player. And we're playing like we have done in basically all the games. Started off rather slow, maybe a bit of nerves and pressure of being this low and new team to the division, but actually doing well, and we know we can compete. As Semenyo has the ball back into Pope. Can we play it again, this way again, into Kieran Dowell? Not made a change yet in this game, as well as Dowell's going to try and run inside. Give it to Balogun. Turn. I thought it was going to go down and doesn't, as Ivan cuts it out as well. We are coming at them with full force. Semenyo, the ball through to Pope, and it's tackled by Manuel Kanji. He has been excellent, I have got to say. Absolutely phenomenal, the Swiss international, as we have got 17 minutes to make things right. And can we do so? As Marcus Asensio has just been brought on. No way. Willock has a hat-trick, and that is probably game over. They've just come straight through the middle and scored again. So, yep, Arsenal, congratulations, probably taking the points. I have seen an improvement in the performance, which is good, and that is really quick passing. Who's number 5? I think it's George Marshall. Oh, no, it's Ivan. Didn't see the ponytail. Keeps him on side. And, you know, not really happy with that. It's his 6th of the season. Willock's having a blinder. And it's not to be. I don't think it's to be, as it could even be 4 to him. And Sander Berge comes off the bench. That's our second 4-1 thrashing of the season now. And that's very lucky for Arsenal. Just a breakthrough from our free kick at the last minute when we'd thrown the kitchen sink at it. So, it's not as bad as the performance against Palace. We are slightly improving. But again, it's 4 goals to 1, which is a bit of a concern. David Brooks not really getting involved a bit as concerned, but we're in the game. We're in the game all along, which, yeah, ain't going to get us points, true, but it's okay. Humbled by Arsenal as we fall back into the bottom 3 as well. Burnley and West Brom are yet to get wins, though, which fills me with a little bit of confidence. Southampton do have a game in hand, but still have 3 points, and then above that, everyone's got more points. So, 1 win, I think, out of 5. Not really the best, is it? But we are still building as a team. Of course, made them bids on deadline day, as we've got Clinton Muller out for 5 days. And I think that game, as much as I do want to play Cups this season, has really warranted us playing Brighton. I am going to make a couple of changes because I feel like Brentford might be strong this season. Don't know, just have a hunch. And of course we did lose, so I think it's time to make a couple of changes. Just the 2, as Chevalier is still in net. Stacey Jones comes back in with the captain's armband because he was really good, and Howard Bellis with a bit of a shocking debut. Ivan at the side of him, and Mola is fit again from that little injury. Todd Cantwell on the left. Hove and Pope, who really worked well together in central midfield. Dowell's usually a cam, so he's going to sit on the bench Dowell this time, with Brooks at right mid, Balogun and Semenyo up front. Them two just play off each other really fine. So, the Seagulls away from home at the Amex this time. How's it going to go? Seagulls, how are they going to line up with Aitor in goal, decent keeper, Tyreek Lamptey, Ostergaard, a player I want to sign, Bastinho, Zagadou and Gunter in the defence, Shanset and Vollen sitting in front, Mac Allister with Emmanuel Boateng and Mbola. Of course, Manny Boateng, of course. You're against us again in this save. Why are you always against me? Absolutely loved having him last year in the save with Ibar. And I just keep coming up against him and really, really getting worried about him playing against us in saves. I think I'm going to call him Arsenal then. Brighton are in 8th. Really good this season, but we do need results and pronto. So hopefully we can get something here. Pope onto Hove. Hopefully he can do well against his counterpart, the Norwegian Ostergaard. As I did say I wanted to sign him, I did try and go in for him, and we could have an early goal here. Semenyo! It almost went in! And that was poor defending on Brighton's part. Decent little start of that one, as we still need to kick on though. Todd Cantwell in the middle to Semenyo, round the corner now onto Florian Balogun, in the middle to Brooks, across to Antonio Semenyo, now looks for the middle again, still can't find it. Hove, who's actually doing a couple of decent passes, and gets a run on and shoots, and almost scores again. Started very bright against Brighton, as that makes sense, doesn't it? As they're going to get a header as well. Ivan with the header, and it's a penalty. It's a handball, Tyreek Lamptey, and it looks like he fell over his own keeper to make it. Shambolic defending. Not going to get too hyped so far, because penalties we have missed, and yeah, he falls over his own keeper to make the handball. That is just embarrassing, really. And David Brooks' first chance to score in a Mariners shirt is going to go bottom left. Can he score? Yes, he does. And he scores his second goal for the club. Good to have you, David Brooks. Get in, Brooksy. And Bournemouth had a bit of a rivalry with Brighton, so the Seagull fans might not like that one. Really weird camera angle, as we do take the lead with a penalty. Nothing is certain, though. Still a long way to go in this game, but a very reassuring start. And let's go again. Mola in the middle now to Johan Hove to run forward. It looks like he's already making a difference in this midfield. And I do love Dowell, but he just doesn't fit in the team at the moment, as Balogun has a run on here. And Balogun makes it 2. Now we can get a bit more reassured. That is phenomenal. Counter-attacking at its finest. And we lead by 2 goals. I don't know why teams do it, but it looks like we are not going to do what I wanted to do and make Blundell Park a fortress. Instead, play really well away from home. We did it at Old Trafford, and now we're leading by 2 goals against a really good, in this career, Brighton team. So, I'll keep it coming. Would be a perfect result playing our kind of anti-football ways, as we've even got another chance. The 5 at the back for Brighton is absolutely shocking, as Balogun waits for a pass, and probably the wrong decision to do that, as Hove is on a run though, and Hove and Aitor making another good save. It could have been 3-0 25 minutes in. That would have been great, as Ivan could still make it, and it's a tap in for Mola. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar. How have we just not made it 3? Absolutely wasting it there, as we need to keep on going again. Stacey in the middle to Florian Balogun, round the corner to Brandon Pope. Just keep on running. Just keep on running. As is there any option really made for us? Not really. Going to give it to Florian Balogun again. Now on to Hove, who likes a shot from that range. And we're just dominating. I honestly don't know what's changed. Is it, I don't know, the 2 changes or something, as Ivan wins his 3rd header. And at the 3rd time of asking, scores the 3rd goal. It's actually really funny how much we are dominating this game. Where has it come from? It is actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, 3-0 against Brighton in 30 minutes. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Could even be 4, you know. It's Balogun on the ball. I don't know where this has come from. These have just been shocking, and it's a good response from Arsenal, as Semenyo even making the run towards the front post there. I think our boys will very much appreciate this and the board. And at half-time, it's 3-0. It's honestly been easy. It's been really easy, but we've got to keep it up. I'm not going to look at other results. Don't care about them at the moment. Only care about ourselves and getting out of the relegation zone, which I think we should comfortably do if we keep performances up like this. But then again, yes, I think we've done well, but I think Brighton have particularly got it wrong. Graham Potter will be kicking himself. That goal expectancy will stay high probably, but still, they'll get beat 3-0 if it carries on, or even more. Nothing really created from us so far. It looks like they might have fixed the defensive issue, but still, I'll take it with a 3-goal cushion. I don't care if we don't score any more goals, as long as we get the 3 points, and we have the 3 goals we've already scored for our goal difference. So let's keep fighting for it, boys. Don't let the wind slip. And Manny Boateng here running at us. I mean, we've got to try and get across here. They could have a goal back. Oh, and look at that. It's like Mola's shot. It's just a shame it's all happening in a net that doesn't have the sun under it. The sun is literally not shining for that goal, because Mola should have scored a goal there as well. We still did score 3 as we're on a counter-attack as well here. Aitor pulls off a good save again. And it would be more goals if it weren't for that goalkeeper. Absolutely dominant in this game. As Johan Hove, he's wanted a goal, you know. He's been really good today. Can he shoot across net? But Ostergaard, the Norwegians battling. I mean, I know which one's got the one-up after this game, but really good tackle. And an injury to the left-back for Brighton as we search for this next goal. Brooks has a booking as well, as he gives it out to Stacey, the Bournemouth counterpart. I'm going to say it again, as Balogun should have made it 4. I don't know how we don't have 4 goals. I mean, I'll take the performance, but boys, come on. I think it was absolutely class in the first half, and in this second one, well, I won't stand for it if it was like this the full game, and Brighton have been as bad as they have done and we hadn't punished them, but still we have punished them for what they did in the first half as the final whistle goes. A big 3 points, a big 3 goals away from home in the first half an hour against the Seagulls, Brighton Hove Albion. And to say the flying high, I think the Seagulls might have been shot there. I'm going to praise old Phil Jones after that game because he doesn't look old. He looked fantastic after that last performance. As we move on to Brentford next. The Tuesday game, which I'm sceptical about simming, but I'm going to get it done. And I've gone ahead and changed the lineup just slightly still. We've got a lot of big players in there because we've got a rest after this game for this one against Brentford, with Gretason back in net, 70 rated now. Marsh at right back, Harwood, Bellis, Ivan and Mola staying in the team, with Smith on the wing, Dowell, Pope and Brooks staying, so only Cantwell coming out, who hasn't really impressed me to be fair, with Jeffcott and Semenyo up front. Let's try and get another win. I mean, David Brooks, 82 rated, only one above. Todd Cantwell's had an immediate impact in that last game. Not the one against Arsenal, but the one against Brighton. But I'm yet to see something out of Todd Cantwell. And I really want to, because he has potential. Can we have the potential to beat Brentford? No, we don't. They've done us in away from home. Disvoglu, Dowell and Zamburek, with Brooks scoring for us and Zamburek getting a brace. Like I said, we've lost. It's upsetting against a championship club. But I don't care. And I'll tell you why I don't care, because the performances in the league make more difference to me. Leicester City up next. I don't think they're as good as they are in real life in this save, which is good for us. But again, they might still have some big players. I'm also seeing Chelsea is still 1 point in front of us. And we have a game in hand, which is really good. Game in hand over Fulham as well, who are below us. So that is fantastic. We should be able to get a little bit away from the drop zone if we are lucky against the Foxes, with Chevalier in goal, Stacey, Jones, Ivan and Mola in the defence, Todd Cantwell, Hove, Pope and Brooks in the midfield, with Balogun back into the team alongside Semenyo for both of their link up and play, like I say every time. And how are they going to line up, these sneaky Foxes? With Perrin in the goal, Baku, Kumbala, De Vrij, Koma and Lewis in the defence, Gagliardini and McTominay. It's another 5 at the back with Martins, El Nasiri and Cherky. No Ndidi in the first team. He is on the bench, which I think benefits us a bit. He's like 89 rated when we looked at the swap deal for Mark Gehi, and that suits me to the ground. So let's go out here and get our first win at home against Leicester City. Would be a big result this one as well, but again, Manchester United was, and I think we can recreate that if we just try our hardest. Balogun on the ball straight away. We're back on the front foot against another 5 at the back, with Balogun trying to play the 1-2, just cut out. And Gelson Martins on the ball right now. Tried to get a tackle in, we've missed it. He looks like a really skillful player, so it's going to be hard to keep him under wraps as he gets into the middle as well. El Nasiri around the box, gets a header on, and Chevalier has to dive on the ball. What a chance for them straight away, but still nothing happening for them. So we're going to try and pass it out ourselves and get on a bit of a counter. We love a counter-attacking move, don't we? As Semenyo has the ball here. Brooks just set off a bit early, like Serescu usually does. As Balogun now again with the ball. Going to go back into Hove. Going to go left this time. Mola make the run around Todd Cantwell, as of course he loses the ball. Yusuf, I think it's Yusuf Cherky, isn't it? The one from Lyon. On the ball right there as we nick it back here. I'm losing my patience with Todd Cantwell a bit as well. I can easily put Dal back at that left midfield spot. Didn't do that bad there. As Balogun making another run, but Stefan De Vrij at the back, man. How have they got him? They've fallen off a bit in this career, Leicester, but no. Still get big players. It's been a relatively boring half of football, this one, as we just seem to always get this ball around this area, like the final third, but not be able to slip it past these 5 at the back who are a lot better than Brighton's. As Balogun has a move on there though, and this could be it behind them as Balogun's looking in the middle and scores. I thought we were going to miss that, but he doesn't. Puts in the bottom corner and we lead at Blundell Park. It's this guy again who is literally the only player who scores at home for us, as we deserve it. Playing some good stuff in the Prem. We're not just here for a year. We're here to stay. Great ball back in from Semenyo, supporting his buddy up front, and just tapped in. Victor Campanzano, who? Great stuff, boys. Absolutely great stuff. So let's try and pick up the pace a little bit, shall we? And make it a double like we did against Brighton, as the ball's into Semenyo now. Are we getting an overlap? No, we're not. Balogun, I mean, you're in between loads of men, mate, so that wasn't going to you, as he's going to let it run past him a bit, is Brooks, but it's a good move, actually, to give it into Pope, who can't return the favour. And that's the half-time whistle. 1-0 to us at the break. It was a lucky breakaway goal, I'll say that, but then again, I think we've had more possession and warranted a move that we actually could get into the box with, because all the time they were just blocking it. And finally we cut through them. Having a fun time against this club again as, oh, Chevalier, what a save. Are we going to get rid of the ball though, boys? And it's been given as a penalty. I thought it was a foul on the keeper there. What the heck happened? I don't have a clue. I mean, it's straight away after half-time whistle. It was a shot that came in. It bounced all around the place. It's a handball, but to be fair, they scored. I'd rather take a penalty than a goal from them, but still they've got the chance to do so. El Nasseri with a chance after a bit of a dodgy bit of play, and Chevalier saves. Oh my days, voice crack like mad, but still, after they've just scored a goal, it got given as a penalty afterwards, VAR. You didn't do your thing there. Bloody love it though. If it was implemented, I love VAR. That's my thing on it, as Hove actually could counter-attack as well and score a goal afterwards. As it's just wide of the post, almost caught them on the counter. And Brandon Pope up the line to David Brooks, and Didi has come on alongside, I think it was Doku as well. It was suggested to me. We've had him before at Arsenal, but a really good suggestion as that ball almost dropped for Semenyo. If he would have stuck his heel up a little bit higher, might have got it. And in fact, maybe we've caught Leicester at a good time. It's talking about how they've got the Europa League next, as that's a good ball through. Got to get the passing up to scratch out the defence, and that is good passing away. Under pressure. It looks like we're growing in confidence a bit. So, Semenyo, I mean, pass it to his feet next time, Hove, as they have another attack here, though. El Nasseri with a ball there to Ndidi. He's going to look to pick someone out. Picks out Clerky through the middle there. Got to slide in. And Enyasiri, after dominating the game in the second half, finally does get what Leicester deserve. But that's hard on us. We've done everything to try and get us first win at Blundell Park in front of the home fans. But again, doesn't look like we're going to beat. A draw, I would take. Leicester have been good. They've been very good. Shown what they're about in the second half. So, boys, don't upset their main stand and the home fans. As Hove gives it into Pope. It looks like we're on the front foot. Looks like they're shutting up shop. They're thinking about the Europa League game next, I think, as Brooks fights through the defender there who did initially get the ball. David Brooks, good football. In the middle to Balogun. Semenyo making a move closer to him. Can we find Cantwell out here? We can. Has he got slick feet? Yes, he has. Good pass in the middle. Balogun just making the run too early, and we have gone and lost the ball. I think that's going to be it. I don't think they have time to get to the other side of the field, although they have done. Please, referees, give 2 minutes. No, that's too long. They might actually get another chance. And Didi in the middle to Enyasiri again. Good tackle from Phil Jones, though, who's been brilliant. On to Semenyo. Now our chance to attack. Referee, hold on, please, because we might have a chance here. But no. De Vrij tackles us, and it's a 1-1 draw with Leicester. Hey, we get a cheer. We get a cheer for fighting with a result against a really good Leicester team. So I'll take that. I'll take it, and we'll just have to build on it. Next time, we turn that game into a win. And there we have it. 16th at the end of the day. We're going to zoom in on the standings this time. Oh, getting ahead of myself right there. As Burnley sit bottom, West Brom both on 1 point. Fulham look like they're trying to survive, but struggling a little bit, with Crystal Palace chasing us. Us and Chelsea. We're on the same points as Chelsea. So I'm a bit harsh on myself a little bit right there. I think they've still got Frankie Lampard on this safe, so maybe that's why they're not doing as well as Tuchel. As Aston Villa breaking into the top 5, that's a bit of a shock. But I'll take how we're doing. I'll definitely take it. 3 points off of the drop zone. I honestly thought we'd be in the drop zone in the first, like, 10 to 12-ish games. So I think the signings we've made have been fantastic. The last result, decent. The result against Brighton, fantastic. And Arsenal, of course, we've built on it since. So thank you guys for watching this one. Unfortunately, it is the end right now. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to try and get the channel out there as much as it is right now. We are almost, well, we're on our way, maybe a couple of weeks or a month away from over 1,500 subscribers. Add the 1,000 to it. So that is phenomenal. We reached 1,000 in just over a year, and we could reach 2,000 or halfway to 2,000 in less than 3 months. Brilliant stuff. So thank you guys for the support. Keep it up, please, and I will see you all in the next episode as we keep going in the Premier League. In a bit, and peace.